Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for the MUFC Unfiltered podcast. It's been a minute. It feels like it's been a minute. Feels like it's been a minute since I spoke about Man United because we hardly play football nowadays. But we are playing tomorrow night against Everton, and it's a must-win game, man. Big fixture tomorrow. Northwest Derby. Everton, first time at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So it's a big fixture tomorrow, man, after what we've seen over the weekend. But big up to Ash in the building, Double A. How are you, lads, man? Good to see you, man. What are you saying, lads?
Yeah, sorry, bro. Go on. No, go on, Double A.
You say it's been a minute. It feels like it's been 84 years, mate, since United last played. Mate, it's dragging. And, mate, normally, do you remember last time when we had under Amarim, when we had the international breaks? What a relief it was to no longer think of Man. How the tables have now turned, and it's like, please hurry up. I need United back. Like the weekend, especially now, like the weekend drags. Like today, I was like, wow, these games on, but where United at? And it's
where United,
still 24 hours until we get to play. So but it's good to be back. Been a while, been hit and miss last few weeks, but. Yeah, man, it's good to be back with the boys on a Sunday. And, when do we get to preview games? Never.
Yeah.
No. We never get to preview games, bro. So it's nice to preview one rather than talk about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been looking forward to it, though. It's what, 2 weeks it'll be since we had a game? It's because the last one was Monday night, weren't it?
No, 13 days. It was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Tuesday. Yeah, and it was just like... it's just a long time. It just feels like it's just weird. And, we were saying earlier that we at least expected to go on like a midwinter break, over in Dubai or something, or go and do something, but we just had nothing. And I appreciate Carrick doing that. Do you know what I mean? He's kept the players in house. He's kept them on the training ground and, just focused on the next game. But I'm hoping that they're as excited for the next game as we are. Do you know what I mean? We've been desperate for this game now, so I'm hopeful. But no, life's good. It's been weird without football. It's just like, I've got free. The weekends are free. Do you know what I mean? It just felt strange, like not knowing what to do and where to be with myself and seeing my kids more. It's just. And it's
seeing Paulie's face when he had to say that. Then I'm going to see the kids more, man. Getting me days away,
boy.
It's been strange. Been strange.
Yeah.
Also, you got to say, not to always talk about him, but we've got Amarim to thank for that. Oh, not even Amarim, was it? It was Fletcher, really. But at the same time, Amarim, because he gets sacked. We were playing shit, and it was. Getting knocked out of the FA Cup. I'm going to blame Amarim for that. I don't care.
Yeah. Everything you can blame on Amarim, man.
Yeah.
Everything, man. Blame him.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, big up everyone locked in, man. Flawless is on his way. Smash a like on the video, people. That'll be very, very helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribe to the lads as well. Ash Meppers, AAFC as well. FC AA, should I say. And yeah, man, it's to be fair, it's not been a bad weekend for Man United. We haven't played yet. I mean,
you know what? It wouldn't have been that Liverpool goal.
I know, man.
Come on.
I know. I just think for me, it was a dagger, man. I was like, oh, man. Forest. Because Forest played well in the first half. That's the maddest thing about it. Forest were a better team, but just couldn't get over the line. That was the problem. They couldn't get themselves over the line. But other than that, I mean, Chelsea dropped points. They're ahead of us. At least, yeah, they're ahead of us. We are ahead of Liverpool. You feel me? Like, it could have been ahead of us, Chelsea, had they won that game by 2 points. So the fact that they've only got 1 point against Burnley, it is a plus in that regard. Shout out to Flawless. So, you know, it's one of them ones where, do we look at everyone else or do we just kind of look at ourselves and think, yo, we can only control our own destiny. We got to win our games and do our job. You feel me? Because that's the main thing. Got to do our job. Like, as much as we got to think about everyone else, you know, really and truly, Man United have got to do their own job. You know what I'm saying? There's no point looking at everyone else. Man United have got to do their job. I mean, it was nice Burnley getting the result yesterday, but then today was a reality check to be like, yo, things can happen. Liverpool are going to get these little jammy wins. You know, as much as we don't like it, they're going to get the jammy wins. We might get jammy wins. But the main thing is, 3 points is 3 points. If we win tomorrow and it ricochets off someone's head, are we going to care really? Because it's 3 points. And that's the reality we're at right now. As much as we want it to be, it is business end of the season now, you know? Business end of the season. Win by any means necessarily. Are we looking for performances? I don't think so. If you're looking for performances now, until the end of the season, you got another thing coming because you just need to get the points on board. Yeah, we love to win in style. I would love to play this fluid football that Carrick plays and players are scoring goals and having fun. But I also want to win games ugly. I want to win games by any means necessary. You feel me?
But don't you feel like it's nice on the Carrick though side that we are getting a bit of both of that? Like we are winning ugly, but we are also playing some nice football as well. And it's not, you know, it's not one or the other, which we were stuck with.
I agree.
Under previous managers. It's nice that we are getting that mix in. He knows how to grind out results, or we're getting them last minute winners, or saving our bacon in terms of the getting the equaliser against West Ham. And it's almost it's a lot different. Like say under Amorim, you didn't know what Manchester United you were getting. I think under this one, you can say the same, but it also seems to be a Manchester United that can grind out a result or can play well and play teams off the park. And I think, you know, as long as that continues, as long as Carrick's here, if that's the pattern that we follow at Manchester United, like going into every game confident we can get results no matter where we're going, I think that it makes for an exciting end of the season. And you know, you're right what you're saying. You know, we are the masters of our own destiny in terms of top four. We just have to keep on plugging away. We have got some difficult fixtures, which we know, but the league's been difficult all season. But as long as we can keep up the
Villa dropped points as well. Villa dropped points as well. Sorry,
yeah, they drew as well, didn't they?
Villa dropped points as well. So
should have lost. I mean, it was Tammy Abraham weren't 88th minute. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, they could easily have lost that.
Yeah, and they're not in great form as well. You know what I mean? I think they narrowly beat was it Brighton? I think it was, but they're not in a good pace as well. And they got some tough fixtures coming up as well. So
got to come to Old Trafford as well. And I think you know, if we win tomorrow, we close the gap to 3 points, right?
3 points,
and then they've got to come to Old Trafford, and you know we're right up in the mix. And you know, the one thing I have to say, and the one thing that's buoying me at the moment and making me confident is the atmosphere within the club. Everything is just positive. Everything is just togetherness, and you know. I've not seen any for ages, and it used to be like almost a toxic positive thing, this winning team photos and all that. But now you're just seeing little comments on social media posts like Bruno Aiden Heaven over the week and all that when he's gone out training. Everyone's thinking he's wearing a bra, and Bruno's on his case about it. And it's just them little things that shows you know, the camaraderie is there, the respect and the love is there, and you know, they're backing each other in everything. And you know, it's that mentality and it's that togetherness that gets you through the season, gets you through results, and gets you where you need to be. And we all know top four is where we need to be. Whether we're good enough for Champions League is a different case altogether. But we need to be top four next season, or at the end of this season, Champions League next season for sure.
Yeah, it feels like under Carrick we've got an authority. It's not like we're an underdog, so you know it feels we're comfortable. Like we're a team that deserves to be where they are because of the way we're playing and because of the personnel in the squad. You know, they are. You look at Burmo, you look at Ahmad, you look at Sesko, you look at Cunha. You know, they are top players. You know, they're some of the top goal scorers last season in the league, and you know, even you look at Casemiro and Bruno in the midfield. They're playing now like they are where they need to be. Whereas under Amorim, there's a storm coming and all this surviving and all that pluckiness of like, we're trying to get across the line. We don't really deserve to be here, but if we give our best. Whereas we're going into games like, look, we can go toe to toe with anyone. Do you know what I mean? You know, we can't, and we should be winning these games. And they've got this, Carrick's got this calmness, this, like I said, it's that authority, that understanding that we perform, we can beat anyone. And that's, you know, the players go out there, the players, you know, they do their thing, and there's no stopping us. And it just feels like I'm looking at the fixtures for the rest of the season, and you know, I don't feel uncomfortable about any of them. You know, we've played Arsenal twice now. We've played City. Do you know what I mean? You know, it feels like we've got Liverpool at home. Okay, that could be a bit slippy, but other than that, we've got Newcastle away.
Chelsea away as well is going to be a big game.
Chelsea away, but again, I feel confident going into those games. Double A, don't you feel much more confident going into those games now than you were under Amorim?
Absolutely. You know, like I said, with everything, the positive spin coming out from the player side of the club. I know people are mentioning Ratcliffe and that, but that's different. But the player side, the feeling you get from Carrick and the squad as a whole, like. Absolutely going confident, but it's a massive game, and you know, if we're gonna be honest and realistic, not negative, honest and realistic, you saw how big a game West Ham was, and we kind of shit the bed, and you know, we don't need that to happen again.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got results from now until then.
Was that a mentality issue though? We went into that trying not to lose rather than trying to go and win it. Hopefully, he's learned from that and he's thought, you know what? Listen, let's go and win against Everton, because it did feel like we'd set up there and it was like, right, let's not lose it. Let's try and nick a goal somewhere. Yeah, I don't want that kind of attitude going forward. You know, let's go and win these games. You know, it's just got to hope that. Go on, sorry.
So I was saying, we need to remember, you know, Carrick's a young coach, and he's these things are new to him just as much as they were to, you could say, to Amorim as well. The thing that confident I am with Carrick is his, and sometimes it goes against you, but sometimes I think it helps you. It can help Carrick more than it can help anyone else. Is his history of knowing the club and the history of knowing the right things to do to get Manchester United results. You know, you see with, you know. The Arsenal game is a perfect example for me, because in terms of how you differentiate Carrick to Amorim, because as soon as we got the equaliser against was it the equaliser, or we went two up in it? But no, as soon as they scored the second goal, Arsenal, you know for a fact Amorim was shutting up shop. He's not bringing Sesko on. He's not going attacking, is he? It's centre back. Hold down the fort. Let's be pragmatic and get out with a result, because a result against Arsenal is fucking brilliant for me. It's great. Carrick totally different. Brings on Sesko, we go and get the winner, and then you see exactly what this manager is or can be in terms of a coach, in terms of his mentality and the way he wants his Manchester United to be. And it's whether it's at Manchester United of old, like, and I think we'll all agree, and I think we'll all take it for the rest of the season. Like Saeed, you almost said, it's not about the most beautiful, expressive, most attractive football in the league.
Yep.
If it's 4-3s for the rest of the season, I don't give 16 shits. Honestly, I do not care. Do not care, because one, it looks like it's entertaining games if it's going to be 4-3. Do you know what I mean? But also, it means we're winning games. So I'm happy with any of that, because let's go back 2-3 months. Every one of us here was suffering. You know, looking at the thumbnail before me, I definitely need to send you on smiling now, because I ain't.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely
need to stop anymore. You know what I mean? Because that is double A from the Amorim era. Let me just tell you that now.
Feels looking drawn and all that. Do you know what I mean? Just depression, proper hitting
all of us from that era, man. It was depressing. It was.
Ten Hag, then Amorim. Do you know what I mean? It's like we've been suffering.
Yes, man. We went from jail to jail. That's what that was.
Jail to jail.
We went from jail to jail. We went from jail to maximum security jail.
We went from Alcaraz to the Gulag. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No messing about.
Trust me. No, listen, it's good. It's good, but at the same time, it's a massive flawless tomorrow night, man. Like, I do think the game. I feel like it's a banana skin kind of game. It's one of them ones where our record against Everton is a bit of a funny one, isn't it? It's not great. Obviously, we've not beaten them this season. Obviously, we lost to them with 10 men. That was embarrassing. I feel like the players have got to put things right, you know, man. I know it was under Amorim, but that was still embarrassing for the players, bro. You get me? That they've got to go in there, remember that performance, because boy, 10 men, you know, Everton, you know, 10 men. Them actually were calm when Mama was going off. Ghana gay. They were actually like, yo, it's all right, man. We still beat them. Real talk, man.
Yeah, because that's United in a nutshell. I think that if one game sums up the Amorim era, it's that one. Because as much as we was all pissed and we was all mad and whatever word you want to use to describe it, nobody was surprised. No. None of us was shocked. Because our performance against 10 men against Chelsea, even though we won the game, was awful. And I thought that was the worst performance I'd see. And then we played Everton. We said, hold my beer. But in regards to the game, of course it's going to be tough. Even though it's our first trip to their new place, Everton away is always going to be tough. You know what? It's a Moyes team. You know what it's going to be like Monday under the lights, 110%. So definitely potential banana skin as well. And they'll give you the same issues that West Ham give you in regards to the being defensively resolute, but I think they're a better side than West Ham. So therefore, they'll offer more going forward with the likes of Grealish and Dye, Dewsbury Hall, etc. But we got to stand up and be counted, and it's a super important game, especially with Villa and Chelsea dropping points. Because normally, when you win these top 5 races and this type of thing, when your opposition, the teams you're competing against, big up, stop the cross. When your competition drops points, it's so important that you capitalize on it. You have to. Without doubt. So, and I trust us going into games with Carrick. Obviously, both Double A and Ash and yourself have mentioned it. I do trust us, and I trust the attack, even though it was poor against West Ham. Or was Grealish injured first, so that helps.
He's injured. The whole season.
They still got Ndai and Dewsbury Hall there as options.
They brought George in, haven't they? Tyreek George as well.
They brought him in as well.
So like that's what it is. But our attack, I trust our attack going forward. I trust us to score goals. So that's what we gotta do, even though it's poor against West Ham. Yeah, go on, Double A.
I was gonna say, I can't say because everyone seems like, you know, worried about. I know it's Everton, and I know they beat us this season, but our record at theirs is we've only lost 2 in 10. At their place.
Yeah, I don't think
the last time they beat us was 2022, right? It was only a 1-0, and I know it's a new stadium. They'll be up for it, and it's a different vibe altogether. But you know, we're not terrible away from home to Everton, and I know
they're not great at home. They're not great at home.
No, did he lose? Not obviously not this. Like the other week, who did he get beat against the other week? Bournemouth. Yeah.
Game 2.
Listen, I
think check their record at home.
I say I don't want to go into things saying we're definitely going to win because again you never know what team's going to turn up. But you know, I think you expect Carrick to be drilling that home. The last over 13 days. Listen, we've got a good record there. Look, 3 home wins all season. I mean, United should be buoyed.
Four draws, 4 wins, 5 losses.
And they don't score goals as well. You look at them; they're like, one of the top 3 or 4 goal scoring teams this season.
Yeah. And another thing, like it might be a cop out, but I think we were shattered from playing 2 games so close together. Obviously, we played.
We've
not done that all season. So to play 2 games within a week, and we've had 13 days off now. So everyone, even old man Cash will be fresh as anything. Do you know what I'm saying? So. I'm expecting big performances, and I think we've got a right to expect it now, rather than just hoping. We've got a right to expect these players to show up because, for the last 5 games, barring West Ham, I don't think West Ham was good at all. Someone said we played well, but that's not true. I think we've been fantastic, and I think, we've shown mettle, character, determination, and we've seen ourselves get out of trouble and rescue a point. get a win, batter, you'd say 2 of our biggest rivals in games, and look pound for pound just as good as them, and them 2 are going for the title. So I'm expecting a big performance tomorrow, and I think the players should expect it within themselves, because they've done enough to hold their head up high and show themselves at this moment as Manchester United players, and that's whatever a Manchester United player is now. I guess that it's whatever you want it to be, I guess, these days. But yeah, I'm expecting a big thing. I'm expecting a big performance tomorrow.
Yeah, we should definitely, like, in regards to it being, because I'm confident going into the game 100%. We're a better side than ever, and will it be difficult? Of course, yes, like I mentioned, but I trust our attackers in regards to, I look at, even though they was poor against West Ham, even the 2 that came off the bench, Xerxes almost scored, Sasko scored an absolutely quality goal as well. So there is quality there in regards to it, and that's what I think will get us over the line in the race, is our ability to score goals as well. So, and I think people are more concerned. It's not so much United getting beat; it's more so the dropping points. That's where I think it is. People are very, very concerned, because I think it's pretty much the same as it was against West Ham. But if we go there and we perform to our best, we win the game. So go there and perform to our best. Because if we're off it, whether it's the attack or whether it's the defense, Everton do have the team to get a point off us and play spoiler. So yeah, we need to go there and just perform well. That's what that is. Perform how we've performed 4 out of the 5 games. Because we've spoken, and I've mentioned it many a time, about our lack of consistency in terms of performances. So this time, in regards to it, bar the West Ham game, the 4 games before that, quality. So therefore, go and match it. Make the West Ham game the anomaly. Make that the exception to the rule. And that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I think will happen as well. And I think we'll win the game and get a clean sheet, man. Because our away record in regards to clean sheets is that we ain't had a clean sheet away from home all season. Need to pattern that.
It?
Just generally away we're pretty poor, though, aren't we? I think
we've been poor.
Like 6 draws or something. You know what I mean?
Saying it's too much draws, but get some clean sheets, man. Like that's what it is, man. Get a clean sheet away from home. I beg.
Do you think the rustiness is going to be a problem for us? Obviously, I know it's going to be a problem for both teams because they haven't played in 2 weeks anyway. But
I don't think
you don't think so.
Rustiness or freshness? How do you look at it? Do you know what I mean? Are we going to be fresh?
How you look at it?
Yeah. The reason why I don't think it's rustiness because we're in February. If it was August, I would hear it. If the season had just started and then you play your 2 free games and then there's a long international break and then they don't play, I would hear that. These are well and truly into the season now. Like, I don't see anything because it's like there's too much of a break. It's like, it's baby rustiness. But then when they play 2 games in a week, you're professional athletes. You're paid to be. You are professional. You're a professional athlete. You are paid to be in prime condition, and they have all of the best doctors. They have all of the best equipment to be. I'm not hearing anything about tiredness or anything about rusting. No, you need to be on job. Respectfully, we're playing Everton. This is not Real Madrid away. It's not Bayern Munich at home. It's Everton away. They need to be on point with that, and I expect them to be too. So now I don't think there's a rustiness. But I don't think Everton was. Someone said in the chat, is that true? Everton ain't played in 13 days either.
Yeah, they haven't as well. Yeah,
I don't think Everton will have any rustiness, so we shouldn't either.
No, it's not an excuse.
No, it's not an excuse. That's why I don't want it to be an excuse. I'm just thinking of like the rhythm in terms of having that time off now. Do you always think maybe the personnel, the tactics, how will Carrick cope? Because it's different, isn't it? Players, go out. It's like looking at Chelsea, for example. Chelsea went out, little mini break, came back, didn't look as sharp as they've shown. And again,
that's because their attackers are rubbish, though.
Yeah, true.
Let's just be honest. True. They don't have the quality that we have in regards to the final third. Like, we notice. Like, just look at theirs. Would you take any of their attackers, Saeed?
Right now, current form, you're probably saying João Pedro, but what I mean.
It. Yeah, literally that's one. Just him. Yeah. That tells you all you need to know about. I rate Palmer, he's falling off a cliff, and then you've got Neto and whoever else over there. Like,
Garnacho.
Garnacho, you mad?
Garnacho can't even get minutes off the bench type of thing.
Remember when United fans are going 6? How come we only get 40 million for him? Hey, we absolutely.
Yeah, I remember.
That was deal of the century. I said if we get 30 million for him, take it. Oh, why can't we get more? I think someone told me, I don't know how true this is, he's only completed 290 minutes for them this season. He just keeps getting taken off, or like he starts on the bench, and he obviously didn't get off the bench either against Burnley. But yeah, man, shouts to
they're already looking to get rid of him, man. It's on like the.
I heard that. Yeah, he's going to be a part of the bomb squad. Yeah,
yeah, but he's talking Bayern Munich are interested in me and all that. I've heard him. Do you know what I mean? He's like, that must be good if Bayern are interested.
Yeah, so you can't start at Chelsea, but you gonna go Bayern and start. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well,
going back to the rustiness.
Sorry,
going back to the rustiness stuff though, I trust Steve Holland and I trust Carrick. They understand Premier League football. They understand what it takes. Do you know what I mean? And what we've been hearing over the last, since Carrick's been in the job, is that the training sessions, they're short and sharp and really intense. And that's what you need. You know, these long drawn out training sessions that we're having under Amorim, where players they get bored in the training themselves. I mean, you know, I do a little bit of coaching, obviously completely different levels, but it's like, you know, when you've got them for a longer period of time, people just drop their heads. They're just not interested. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if they're short, quick, sharp, you see the training they're doing, you see the intensity he wants in it, and it feels like that translates to the game. So I'm really hopeful and I'm really excited, mainly because of Steve Holland and Carrick. Do you know what I mean? They understand. They understand what it takes. You look at Chelsea's staff. You look at the rest, and you know, you look at Amorim previously, and it's just they didn't really. I mean, half of them didn't even have coaching badges. You know, they had no clue, no idea about the intensity of the Premier League, and like I said, Carrick's well versed in the intensity of not just the Premier League but English football in general. Carrick, what you got to bear in mind was he was managing in the Championship where they're playing 2-3 games a week. Do you know what I mean? So he understands it. He understands how to get teams into a rhythm and get them playing from week to week. So and they're a much better, much higher caliber of players he's got under his wing there. So I feel like they'll be fresh, but not just that. They'll be excited to play, and you'll see us have a good performance. I feel like West Ham was a little bit difficult for us because it was coming off the back of a two-day game week, weren't it? They played on the Saturday and then on the Tuesday. So and that was the first time we played pretty much 2 games in a week. So they weren't really used to that. They weren't accustomed to it. So they looked a little bit leggy going away at West Ham. It wasn't something they were used to. Whereas now they've had this break, they've had this 13 days, this refresh, this chance to kind of embed the ideas a little bit more. You know, understand what the manager really wants from him. And already you can see the majority of them on board with what he wants to do. You know, it's exciting and, you know, entertaining football, and you can see they get it, they understand it, and they enjoy doing it as well. So it's one of those where I feel like the more the players play under and train under Steve Holland and Carrick, the more we'll start to see better performances, and you'll see, like we've already seen with Mbeumo and Cunha and the rest of them, that they'll really start to come out of themselves and start to play much better. And, you know, Kobbie Mainoo, I'm excited to see him every game now. The idea that Kobbie Mainoo was there and he was in some kind of shadow realm, never to be seen ever again, you know, it was wild, and he's been freed now, and every week, like we were saying, you said about Double A's picture, you know, us just being depressed and seeing it, like we were seeing such quality and such talent there just being wasted. You know what I mean? I'm so excited to see. I can't wait to see Kobbie on the field again. Do you know what I mean? I can't wait to see. I'm just excited to see us again, and it's wild the difference where we're at now. It's staggering where we're at, and it's a testament to the manager and the coaching staff, and yeah, no, I'm super excited, but I feel like I'm not buying the rustiness. I feel like we'll look sharp. I'll be surprised. Put it this way, I'll be really surprised if we end up being, you know, us looking a little bit, you know, rusty and not knowing where we're at. So
I think it'll be fast paced. I think we go from juggle it from minute one, like absolutely set up on them, and really pushing. You know, like I think Everton crowds are always on a knife edge, and I don't think anything's changed this season. I think you get an early goal, or you really push them back and quieten that crowd quick. They're very quick to turn on the team.
You have to do that quick. First goal.
100%, man. 100%.
West Ham game, we didn't get the first goal, man. Key thing is getting that first goal early on, man. Especially these away games, you know what I mean? And it begs the question, man. What is the lineup, guys, man?
I think he needs to understand he's got to play Sesko. He has to, doesn't
he? Yeah.
Like, you look at that West Ham game, we were desperate for a target up top in that first half, and we just didn't have it with Mbeumo. Mbeumo's good on, you know, in spaces on the counter and all that, but just Sesko pinging a ball into him makes such a difference.
Yeah, I agree. I'm in that camp as well. I think for me, we've got to play Sesko. We need a target, man. I think, don't get me wrong, Mbeumo's been good. Man City, Arsenal game, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But now it's a case of like just having that guy up front, man. Just to, you see Gyökeres, man. You can laugh at Gyökeres all you want, but you know, he's finding the little opportunities now, and he scored today, and that's been given because he's been getting the opportunities time and time again. Sesko isn't getting that. You can't drop him and then start him and drop him, and you can't do that. You got to give him opportunity, whether you like it or not. You have to play into form. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's a question of starting and dropping him because he's not starting many of the games, but he's played well. He has them. He's good one because he scored the winner against. He scored obviously the equalizer against West Ham. He got the winner against. He got the winner against Fulham as well. The problem is, which is it's a good problem to have, is that the players in front of him are also playing well. And Bremo's also played well. They were poor against West Ham, yes, but it's a good conundrum it's a good problem to have. It's a great headache. When is the last time we spoke about having options? So whatever he decides to go with, I hear it. Maybe you bring on Sesko earlier against West Ham. I just think most of our attack was poor. Like I would like they would just pour the front four, the entire four, the 10, the two wingers, the striker against West Ham. Like they just have to be better. And I think if they are, we do win the game as well. So it'd be interesting to see what he does go with. Does he go with that same four? I think that four is done very well. Or does he go with does he play Sesko? Who does he indeed drop? I think Everton will, even though they will be defensively rigid, they'll play it. They'll give us a little bit more space than West Ham did. Because West Ham gave us nothing. West Ham West Ham were not trying to attack even a little bit at all. Whereas Everton, Double A mentioned it, they're proud. They actually will throw some bodies forward a little bit. So that will give us a bit more space. But it's a good option to have. Whoever he decides to go with, whether it is Sesko, whether it is Mbeumo, who gets dropped, like, because they've all played well. It's the problem.
I think you know, when you start having them cameos and you produce him within the cameos, winners, equalizers, and you know, I think he's a young player, so I think he's going to have that patience. But you know, I don't know if you've seen that inside Carrington with him last week or a couple of weeks ago. But no, it's not. It's just in general, mate, and it's just you know, mate, the fact that I'm actually liking these players and I'm actually wanting them to do, bro. He sound. I back Sesko anyway. I'm not Ash. You know what I mean? I like Sesko from the get go. I want like on his.
You throw Ash under the bus for yo.
I didn't rate him. I didn't rate him before I never saw him. I was like, I'm not having him. Do you know what I mean? I was someone more serious.
Last two goals have been quality. I hear you.
He's changed my mind. Listen, he's changed my mind. You know what? He changed my mind the moment I saw him in the stadium because I saw him the way he'd occupy defenders, the way he'd move, the way his ability on the ball. Instantly, I was like, okay, maybe I didn't judge this guy right, because looking at him in the stadium, you know, he's clearly quality. It's just whether he's going to be able to deliver it week in, week out. I hope he does. But just like I was right with Xerxes, remember a long time ago I was getting some heat for Xerxes saying, "Oh, give him a chance." I went early on Sesko, and that was probably because of my lack of knowledge on him. But now I do feel like Sesko is one of those that he has the potential to be a top tier striker. You can see he's got that athletic ability. He occupies defenders. He understands where to be at the right time. That turn against Fulham, that goal, beautiful. Do you know what I mean? You know, just his understanding, his awareness of where the goal is. What's frustrated me about him is his aerial ability. He's been in some great chances where he should have scored with his head and it's not been enough. But I feel like with time that will improve because he's getting there, he's getting to those balls. So it's you know, again, I went early on him and I didn't rate him, but he's changing my mind completely because I'm looking at him and I look at him and he's a serious operator.
It's opportunity, man. It's all opportunities, isn't it? Yeah, go on,
that was just a drive-by. Sorry, Ash. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to call you out. But he has got his repertoire. Like you see it in the Bundesliga, headers he can do, and you know, in his repertoire is elite. You can see the one-touch finishing, the class finishing. That he can smash it if he needs to. He can score long range. You know, I think he's very good at that. He reminds me of Van Nistelrooy in that he likes to shoot. No. Let me explain what I mean by Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy used to shoot early to stop keepers setting themselves. It was a very standard finishing technique of Van Nistelrooy, and I think Sesko does that more so out the box. He likes to catch keepers off by shooting early outside the box, and because he's very good at ball striking from outside the box, he scores some brilliant goals. So that's what he reminds me of. But like I was saying, like, you know, he's starting to produce, and I think he deserves that start. And you know, I'm surprised when Mbeumo's getting put in the box as the one to be taken out, because I think if you're looking at, you know, Mbeumo got the cross, got the assist, he's scoring goals. I think if anyone, you know, Cunha's doing his thing. I think it's Ahmad that might in danger of being taken out.
That's okay. That's okay though. You know, he can
sit
for a little while. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Yeah, and I'm never one to say this player needs to start. And this player, and it's a case of, you know, and it'll make him think, right, well, next time I get my chance, I have to do what Sesko's doing and perform to make sure the manager can't leave me out. And I like Flawless said, yeah, having that problem and the headache of your attacking players all performing when they're on the pitch is something we've not had for a long time. And having that is it's the best problem to have in football.
20, man. We had 2 attackers going double 20. It's mad.
Exactly. Right. It's the best problem to have in football. But for me, I have to hang my hat on and say Sesko deserves to start tomorrow. 100% deserves.
100%. You're gonna say something there, Flawless, before.
Now I was just gonna say in regards to it, like they all making the case for it. That's why it is. Who does he decide to go with? Because even though he's not got necessarily the GNA, I think he's played well in these games as well and been a part of it. As so as Cunha, so as Mbeumo. Because Mbeumo as a 9 is something I didn't think would work at all. But if he decides to go with it, I go, all right, go perform type of thing. Like I wouldn't blame that on Carrick. I'd look at Mbeumo and the attackers if it doesn't work. Same way with the West Ham. I put that more so on them. Like, you lot are good enough to go and break down low blocks. There's enough creativity. There's enough talent between the 4 of you lot to go and do that, and they didn't. So, but again, when's the last time we spoke on this show about we don't know who to start because there's so many players playing well? It's not a question of the best out of a bad bunch. It's like, right, who do you say? And whichever the 4 he goes with, I don't have a problem with it. I think Cunha's a threat off the bench. Sesko showed he's a threat off the bench. I think I might be the same. Go on.
I think sometimes it becomes a little bit too similar in terms of like Cunha and Bruno all want to shoot first. I think Ahmad's a little bit odd one out. I can't lie to you. Like
he's more of a creator.
You know what I mean?
He is. Whereas the others are shooters. Yes, like Cunha's gonna cut in him, but then they also create. Go on, Double A.
But I was gonna say that's also to his that hinders him as well because it was at the West Ham chance and it was through on goal and he decided to pass it.
It's like,
shoot, brother, shoot. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you are allowed to shoot as well, bro. You don't have to create every single time. We know you don't like Garnacho. We know you don't like Rashford. You don't have to keep proving it to us, G. Do you know what I mean?
Boy, it's true though. It's
Shots
true,
fired, man.
Yeah.
Well, if Ahmad is on the bench, what a player to come off the bench. Do you know what I mean? If you need to change something as well. So there's that as well.
I think for me, as a fullback, I'd hate to see him coming off the bench when I'm tired more than the others because he's going to run at you. He's going to stretch.
Yeah, he's relentless.
Yeah. He's got that. And a fresh Ahmad, 60 minutes, 70 minutes is a nightmare for fullbacks. It's a brilliant problem for the manager to have, and it's a great weapon for Manchester United to be able to utilize. If a game's tight, game's not going our way, we need a goal. We're looking to push for to cement a win. Ahmad's a brilliant option for us to be having.
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm fully with you, man. I think for me, do I want Ahmad to be dropped? No, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever makes Man United better, man. And I think with Cunha, it's that moment of brilliance, that moment of real quality that he can do. With Mbeumo, do I think he's a better player than Ahmad? No, but in terms of again finishing, being a threat, I can't lie to you, man. He's a very, very good, finisher, and he's
the one I trust in goal. I trust in goal the most. Trust in front of goal the most is him. Not to say the others are bad finishers, but he's the one I look at, and he has big goals in big games. Well. You look at big goals, big games.
He's been our most crucial in front of goal this season. And again, different types of goals, like long range headers. Like, do you know what I mean? He's been there. He's been doing it, and again, as someone. He's not someone like when we bought him. I was like, oh, calm, But it's like I never thought. I don't think I've watched him. But how many Brentford games are you really watching through the season? Do you know what I mean? Like he's transitioned over to Manchester United. Like he's not. We don't get that with players. We don't get players come in and transition like they've not missed a beat. Do you know what I mean? He just straight away. Because I think his first goal was it Grimsby? Even he scored in the Grimsby game, and he's just taken to it. And the more you see him, the more you know he's built to play for the big clubs. And that again, it's surprising because it just doesn't happen. We don't buy players in attackers come in and
but you know what that is?
And...
That's in regards to buying players from within the Premier League, because people overlook that when you're buying players even from different leagues and the pace of the game, also different country, so it's a whole different lifestyle. Like, that's what
Cunha didn't, Cunha was getting a bit of flack at the start.
Rightfully so. But we know why that was. But we know why that was, because even at Bremer, as much as he was scoring goals, wasn't performing to the level, and that's because the footballing terrorists we had. That's why. Even the difference we see the difference in everybody. Everybody, whether you rate players or not, all of a sudden everybody looks better.
The big ones, even Delo, and that's the big one, because family ties and that. Family ties and that.
Delo played like the last 2 games, like the Fulham Tottenham, the outside of West Ham, Fulham Tottenham. I was like, right, he actually played very. People like, oh, why is he playing? Because he played well. Like, you can't begrudge him that, because you know why? He's just doing average. He's just doing normal fullback things. So, but yeah, I think it adds to it in regards to the recruitment. That's why you're seeing him now with a good platform, because you don't have to worry about. You don't even got to adapt to the league. You don't have to adapt to the country. Culturally, he's been here, so it's calm.
Big Adam Fahimi says, "I'm afraid for tomorrow, brothers." You know what it is? It's more so like we've been smooth sailing in it. You feel me? Like you're bound to get a little bit of a dip in it. I just think, you know what it is as well. Yeah, I think a lot of people are ready for. I'm not saying for Carrick's downfall, but there's a lot of United fans that are almost wanting it to happen sooner than later, so that they know that Carrick isn't the guy to take Man United forward. You get what I'm trying to say? I do believe.
We definitely know a few. We definitely know a couple, mate.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like,
you know what I mean?
People are overreacting after the West Ham game. For me, a bit too much. Was I you know, the thing is, I was angry or frustrated at the moment, but when I actually realized, yo, man, it was actually a good point in the end, because you got to remember, West Ham are fighting for their lives, innit? You feel me? And they're gonna take points off people. But now it's almost like this game is almost like the game where Carrick has to win this game. I feel like a draw, or even worse, a loss, people that start to look at Carrick differently, which is very, very harsh, because you've won 4 and then you see your first loss.
You've won 4 from 6.
Yeah, but it's almost as if you're scrutinized, because we have 1 game a week here. That fans have been waiting for that 1 game, and then you lose that game where you draw.
Just call it as it is. It's people who back the last guy. That's what it is.
All of a sudden, I don't think it's even that.
It was definitely that, because we played well in 4 games. We played the 2 best teams in the country, won them both, won them convincingly. Then beat Fulham, one of the better teams in the country. Then beat Spurs. Yeah, Spurs are horrific. We then drew to West Ham, and all of a sudden there's big think pieces. All of a sudden it's, Carrick's shown his hand. Carrick's not ready. But there was a guy who averaged 1 win per month, and it was give it time. So why is it not?
It's not just that though, Flaws. Like Saeed saying, it's not just that. It's the people who don't want him as manager full time. They want Tuchel. They want Pochettino. They want Ancelotti. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones that are kind of hoping for his downfall, so that we do then move on to one of them managers. And they're just waiting for that moment, rather than because they've seen us struggle with Ollie, and have this appointment where we've gone for someone who's a club man, and it's not worked, and they're scared to death of that happening again. Although the fact that we went for a top tier manager in Mourinho or LVG, and that didn't work, so that means we never go for another top tier manager. Like, to me, the logic, it doesn't stick, because we've done everything. You just keep doing until something does work. That's what you do. Do you know what I mean? And at the moment, this is working. He's earning his time right now, Carrick, and as long as he keeps performing and doing well, then you got to back him, and you got to hope he does well, because he deserves it right now.
You treat him on his own merit. That's where I would say. Like, if he does, before you go double, if he continues to perform well, then he puts his then you could argue why he should get the job, because with Ollie we didn't wait, but with Carrick, and again, this is on the board in regards to is he your guy or is he not? Do you believe, like I've been saying this, don't wait until it's like, all right, let's see if he finishes in the top 4, top 5 to then give him said job. Say he misses out then by a point, you won't give him the job. But if he gets in by a point, you give him the job. Is it how LinkedIn is into it? Is it performances as well? Because if performances are average or poor, but we get in, is that what you want to continue with? Or if performances are good and we miss out by 2 points, you drop, like, make the decision. But yeah, people like waiting on his downfall because they want to, like, you should want United to do well. And you're not a United fan, but my bad, double A.
I was sorry to jump in. I was going to say, don't think that those "I told you so" tweets aren't already in the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lots and loaded, 100%. Like the problem is, like you say, you're almost a victim of your own success. To come in and do what he did, 4 games on the bounce, 5 games unbeaten straight away for any manager is brilliant. But when it's a Manchester United that have been so down bad for 2-3 years, and then it's a legend again, and you're almost getting that mirror image of the Ollie situation, which I'm always so I admit PTSD on Ollie. So and not that I never wanted him to have the job, and the fact he did, and I saw what was going to happen. Like I just don't want that to happen to another legend. A player I probably loved more than Ollie, which is a mad thing to say, I guess. But Carrick was one of my favorite players for United, and you do see some parallels, and I'm so anything from the game of West Ham, I took myself away. Didn't see anything anyone said. Just took it for what it was. It was a bad result. Not a bad result. It was a bad performance, but I can live with those because we live to fight another day. And then for me, City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Fulham, I'm almost forgotten about now. You have to go game by game. So I go off the last performance, the last game, which is West Ham. How did he make us better than that last game? Do you know what I mean? It's not about trying to be better than against City or trying to be better than it was against Arsenal. How are we going to be better than we were against West Ham? It's very easy to do that because we were very, very poor. And that's like, again, he's on a learning curve. He's learning in the big league, one of the biggest, the biggest league in the world, but one of the biggest teams in the world also. But he's handling everything that's thrown at him. And I agree. The thing I trust him to find solutions because he's found them in game, which is something the last manager just couldn't do at all. And I never trusted him to do any of this. Do you know what I mean? So give it like Ash made a brilliant point. It's been 13 days of him hammering home his ideology, his vision for how he wants Manchester United to play. And it's almost, again, the polar opposite of hammering because I trust the more time on the training field, the better we're going to be. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. When everyone was saying it about my guy, it was, where is it?
I remember that people saying, 1 game a week will be a help. Yeah, well, how did it help?
More time. More time on the training field.
I never forget that, yo.
I believe this is actually going to help us, and not just Carrick, Steve Holland, and I think very disrespectful of Ash to forget Jonathan Woodgate, obviously, like big. But
don't like him at the club, just the Leeds. Do you know what I mean?
Leeds thing.
The Leeds. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just that's all rivalry. That, do you know what I mean? And it's just like every time I look at him, he walks in front of me. Do you know what I mean? And I've got to stop myself from booing. Do you know what I mean? It's tough. I see me United shirt and all that. It's just like it's like when we had Smudge, Alan Smith.
Yeah. I love having.
I was never for him either.
That volley, man, against Norwich.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Would he win you over then? And this is a trend. If he did a video of him walking past the crest and didn't stand on it and walks around it, would he win you over? Like, respect the match.
I'd have less respect. I hate that shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's that about?
It, man? What's your problem?
Have you ever seen the Rio Ferdinand one at Real Madrid? Please don't go into acting. You absolute waste, man. What are you doing?
Right, what happened?
It's like players lip touching the Anfield thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop it. What are you doing?
The real one, the real one, yeah. So obviously, the trend of like not walking over a crest when you see it and you walk around it, but he almost he goes near it and he almost like teets over like it's a cliff. He's like, oh. And he does this over-exaggerated, whoa, sorry, guys. Like, because he knows the camera's there. It's like, it's off, man. Like, grow up.
The thing is, if they don't want you walking on the crest, why put it on the floor?
Is it there?
Yeah. Don't put a crest on the floor. What kind of stupidness is this? Don't put the crest on the fucking floor. What are we doing?
Do Ander Herrera spit on it. That's what you want to do, mate.
Yeah. So you ain't that's too like you ain't gonna spit on the crest, but like if you don't want people to walk over,
I like that. I like that. I always appreciate that. That's what you want. Like, do you know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Panda.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I think Sesko going up front will be the key thing for me in the game. Obviously, you'll have Mbeumo and Cunha on either side. Midfield three stays the same. I think Casemiro, Bruno, and Kobe. I think that's kind of worked very, very nicely. Back line. Are we changing anything? Mazraoui, does he come in? Luke Shaw? I don't think Luke Shaw going forward is good, guys, man. But then again, who we got else to play there, innit? No one else really to play there.
With the same back. The back four's played well pretty much, though, so I think it deserves it.
I've seen nothing. Is Maguire fit then?
Yeah, Maguire should be fit. He didn't say anything.
Because he looked like he come off with a ham. He looked like he come off with a ham. I think that back five. Again, we are conceding goals, but I think there's confidence there with them. You know what I mean? And I think don't change too much. If it's working, don't change too much. You know, again, Ahmad had a bad game, played, you know, the 4 in a row. You could, and Sesko deserves a chance. I think that's the only change I would make, mate. And I think it's the only one that needs changing, to be fair. You know, I think we're all very confident in the way the team's playing and the way he's setting them up. And, you know, we're getting results, man. So don't change it too much. It don't need. If it's not broke, don't fix it, and just give the kid that deserves a chance in Sesko for me.
And we're gonna beat the team. When's the last time we won at Newcastle? It's been a minute. Yeah, man. We went in there. I'm confident. Let's go.
Rashford Bruno goal, the counter attack. Yeah, remember that?
There you go. Was that like 21-22?
Newcastle is shit. What are you on about? Oh,
I said I'm confident going there, man. Like, I say we beat them,
bro. We beat Carrier-bag 6-1. You better fear us. Give it a rest.
Looked all right against City, though. Do you know what I mean? You know, it was. They
they tried, but
don't forget what we did to City, but that's a whole different conversation.
Boy, it's crazy.
Ain't no Biker Grove anymore, boys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I think with one game a week, you can't really change it unless you feel like. I feel like the only one you can change it is the Sesko one. I think everyone else it's harsh maybe to drop, and I think that's the problem that Carrick's got. It's a good problem to have, but it's one of them ones where you can't really. When people are saying, "Oh, but he's got to start," but when you're having these sort of wins and you're playing under these kind of games and you got one game week, you can't really rotate too much. You feel me? And the guys on the bench, really, who else are you going to rotate with? It's not like we've got an amazing. There's not a lot of options, there's not a lot of options, man. You got Ugarte, you got Xerxes, who's not going to play really now unless he's a bench option. Who else have you got? Mazarawi, maybe. You
think you know Yoro come on had that amazing
Yoro
cameo as well, and I think but again, credit to Maguire. I don't think he was amazing against West Ham, but he was good enough. Do you know what I mean? And saving them 2 goals, is that enough to start Yoro? And I think it's building him back up again. I think his confidence needs building back up. And
I think Yoro suits the game though. I think when you look at Ndai and you look at the Chelsea kid, what was the Chelsea kid called? George.
Tyreek George.
Yeah. You look at George, the pace, the quickness, their ability on the ball. I feel like Maguire struggles against those kind of players. So you look at Eleni Yoro and he's quicker, he's got that pace and the more agility to be able to move with those boys. So I do worry that Maguire, especially if Everton are playing much deeper and we're going to be playing a high line, that pace in behind, Leacher and Maguire, there's lots of space in behind Maguire in these kind of games. So you look at an Aiden Evan or Lenny Yoro coming in and they can have that. You look against the West Ham game, they counted on us 2-3 times. And Lenny Yoro, he locked it down. Do you know what I mean? He shut him down both times. I'm not seeing Maguire doing that. Maguire's not chasing back. He's getting run past or he's fouling, and he's getting a red card being sent off. So there is that to worry about. It's whether or not Carrick looks at it and goes, looks at like the matchups. And then I'm looking at Cunha attacking wise, and I'm thinking Cunha on the left, does he really provide enough for Sesko up top? Like, he's not. He's very individual in his playing. Do you know what I mean? He's looking for a goal himself. So really, you've only got Mbeumo on the right hand side providing for him. And could you maybe shift one of the Ahmad and Mbeumo to the left? Which will open up more opportunity to provide for Sesko. And it's whether or not Carrick's reading the matchups or not. So it's going to be interesting. But defensively, I'd look to bring in Yoro or Aiden Evan because, like I said, on the counter, it's going to be difficult for us because if we don't put it this way, if we don't play a high line, then Maguire sits a little bit deeper and it just opens up the midfield, and it's just a problem. Do you know what I mean? So. We need to really press and be on him, and I'm not sure we can do that with Maguire. Don't get me wrong, Maguire against Arsenal, against City, against Spurs, top tier. Do you know what I mean? Those games really suit him, but I just don't feel like these games suit him, and I'd much rather see Aiden Evan or Yoro in it with the speed and the pace to cover for the high line.
Just let the agenda go, Ash. Just let the Maguire agenda go. We've seen the two.
This guy, when I seen you smiling, I was like, "Say something stupid, Joe. Yeah, you're a whole fool, yo." It's a yellow card, Saeed, man. You gotta get this.
No,
card,
yeah. No,
I'm
just saying.
He's taking shots tonight. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
I'm with you, man. That's a yellow.
Listen, what's wrong? Have I not spoken to you? What's happened in Double A? Do you know what I mean?
We've not done a show together for time, bro. So I think it's
this whatever I've done, I apologise, mate. Do you know what I mean? Listen, let's be friends.
What final warning? Final warning.
What? Wait, you can't give me a final warning for just having a joke. Jesus.
You know what it is though? Yeah, true. The thing is, I don't know, man. Maguire. I don't know if he'll get a contract, but he definitely is playing for the view to the World Cup. That's why you can't really be like, yo, man, take it like too seriously, especially him and Luke Shaw. You know what I mean? Because it is World Cup round the corner, contract season. I mean, that's what these guys are after, man. You know what I mean? But credit where it's due, though. Maguire, though, is playing well, and you can't drop him at the minute. You can't. Much as you want to do it, you can't.
You won't know, say. Oh, I don't know. But you know, when people go to a massage parlor and get a happy ending, hey, whatever works for you, do you know?
Yeah.
See?
He was pushing for that, weren't he? He was pushing for that.
He was on a fine line.
I don't know where he was going with that, yo.
On a fine line there.
Where was he going with that, yo? Like,
see you later, mate.
He saw the line and thought, I'm just jumping over it. Do you know what I mean? Forget about it.
He said, I'm cartwheeling over that, yo.
Boy, crazy.
Basically, I'm saying, listen, if Maguire and Shaw want to give me a happy ending, I'm all for it.
All right. Yeah.
Crazy.
Too much, yo.
Are you giving him a contract, Ash? What are you saying?
No, I'd get rid of Double A, to be honest. Yeah.
Sacked, mate. Sacked. Have a word with him, ref. It's uncontrollable at the minute, man. It's uncontrollable, man.
Maguire, though, give him a contract. I think you've got to give him a contract. You know, I'm not his biggest fan, but I think leadership around the dressing room, you know, just the way he presents himself, he does show as like a stalwart, a professional, you know, someone who the younger players look to, and you see all the shit that he's been through, all detractors and people like myself who've called him out, and he's not responded to any of it. Do you know what I mean? The way he has responded is he's just been the ultimate professional and doing his business on the football field. And you look at the young lads and you look at players around him and just look at him and think, yeah, okay, he's been through shit. But listen, you know, one thing's he's turning up. You know, he turns up every game, every training session, and he gives it. And he's a good option to have off the bench. You know, we've seen that, you know, when we've been struggling and, you know, balls are being loaded into the box, or even if we need a goal, you know what I mean, throw him on late with set pieces, and, you know, so I feel like I don't want to see him starting in 2026, 27. I don't want to see him starting. I got to be honest. Like the 26, 27 season, I do not want to see Maguire start. But off the bench is an option. Yeah. And what you've got to remember as well, we've got more games, haven't we? So, you know, those games where we're playing the teams like a carrier bag, do you know what I mean, or whoever, you know. Then he can play those kind of games.
But that's why I get rid, because you know, this last year, you could probably even say, you know, last year as well, with the last minute winners and all that kind of stuff. I think now is the perfect time to move him on, because yes, we know you want to stay, because you've reached a pinnacle you probably never thought you were going to get, and as much as you're good in the dressing room, I think we've got De Ligt to come back, and I think De Ligt's a lot better than him, and I think De Ligt should be starting ahead of him when fit. If he could, that's the thing with him, and it was similar to Martinez, and Martinez is proving that he can stay fit now. Like, do you know what I mean? The big worry about him staying fit, proving that he's good. You Luke Shaw, fit, he's played every game I think this season. For me, Maguire is just going to take the place of a Euro or a Heaven, and I think if De Ligt's fit, De Ligt starts. And then you want to be giving them extra minutes to the two up and comers in Euro and Heaven, and Maguire's shadow. You know, that head is big. The cranium is big. Is what I meant to say. He's just going to cast a shadow over both them two players and stop their progression. And if we are in the Champions League, we're playing carrier bag. We're playing teams that we hope we can start these players in. You know, games at home. I would rather move him on, and if we spend 40 million on another 21-year-old or a 23-year-old, we've got De Ligt, who's massively experienced. We've got Martinez, massively experienced, 27, 28 now. Like, they can be your leaders at centre backs, bringing through these other three for them when they move on. But again, nothing against Maguire. I think what he's done.
Nah, you sold me already, Double A. You sold me. You sold me. Yeah, get rid of him. No, seriously, you sold me there. You make good points. Yeah, saying that we bringing in the young lads, instead, offering them opportunity. He's blocking a pathway, isn't he? That's essentially what he's doing. What you're saying is he's blocking a pathway, and
just for one more year. It's not worth it.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah.
That's why he does think he should be fifth choice still, to be honest. Because you mentioned about De Ligt. You got De Ligt and Euro for right-sided centre-back, and then you got Martinez and Heaven for left-sided centre-back. So to me, he should be behind all of those four. And then if he's fifth, if he doesn't, I ain't really fussed about the fifth choice centre-back, to be honest. If it is Maguire or it's someone else. Go on.
And I like it. His mentality is always going to be, if I'm here, I can play, and I want to play. So... Mate, like, how old is he? 33?
He's going to be 33 in March, I think.
Is he that old? Jesus.
Yeah. Like, let's be honest, brother. You've got 2-3 years, maybe 4 years max. But go and start at the club every game. You can still play middle to lower end. Palace. Mate, Palace is screaming out for a defender like you. Do you know what I mean? Go to Palace, play every single week.
But then that's why he feels like he can play here every week, though. If you look at here, it's always going to be a period where De Ligt might be out, Euro might not be ready, Heaven's not ready. I mean, Martinez is always...
That's a bigger problem than Saeed. If that is the case, then we need to go and address that area. Let's say that does happen, because I am concerned about De Ligt, say, from an injury perspective. How good is Euro going to be? I think Heaven will be it. Martinez, he's staying fit now, but we've seen him had injuries, issues in the past. So if that does continue, let's say the next season, that's when then you really have to address that area. I think for now we can get away with it, but we'll see.
And that's why I start looking at the board and start looking at the football structure, because if you're happy, and the rumours were that they haven't offered him a contract yet because they think his minutes should go to Euro and Heaven. So if Maguire's thinking, well, if I just take 120 grand a week, and stay for a year, and I can still play every week, like that's a big issue for me. Because again, you're allowing the patients to run the asylum, and that should not be the way it is. Like 33, he's not going to get any better. He's not going to get any quicker. We're looking to play in Europe. We want to be staying in every competition. League Cup, FA Cup should be Heaven and Euro. De Ligt, I think De Ligt can stay fit, because my big fear was Martinez won't stay fit. He'll play 2-3 games and he might be out again with a niggle. But I think he's been looking fantastic since he come back. And I think De Ligt might be the exact same. I think if they take it, one thing I might say about Amorim, I think he rushed players back, because you look how many players came back injured, and I think we've heard barely anything on De Ligt. Carrick said a few things, but we're waiting for him back.
He's back.
But I think the perfect.
What is it?
No, so he is. I thought he said he's back. No, he's not.
No. Like, sorry, is it a back injury?
Yeah, back issue. Yeah,
low back.
That's always tricky. Yeah, back injuries can always be tricky.
But I think the purpose is taking the time. Make sure he comes back feeling right, and then I think once he gets a few games, because I think before his injury, I think he was our best centre back.
He was.
I think he was fucking brilliant. And now he's going to be in a back two, which he's shown his class at two of the biggest clubs in Europe, or you could say three if you include Ajax. It's perfect for him, and I think him and Martinez would be a fantastic partnership, to be honest with you. And it's something I like De Ligt, and when we got him, very happy about that. Wasn't happy when he went to the back three, but I would take them two, and then the two young guns, and then let's say to Maguire, yeah, man, thanks for everything. He wasn't worth the money, but all the best, mate. Do you know what I mean?
And here's the thing,
have to say,
go on. Go
for it. No.
Yeah, because you was mentioning there about the board saying that they want to see Euro and Heaven's minutes go to Maguire, and this is why it's super important with whoever the manager is, or the other way around. Yeah, they want to see.
Maguire's minutes go to them too.
Yeah, you want to see Maguire's minutes go to Euro and Heaven. The manager should be on board with that. Whoever that is, that's the case, maybe. So even if he does stay, that shouldn't be the problem. Like I said, he should be fifth choice max. He should be, if he's staying. And that shouldn't therein lie be the problem if he does take the wage cut. Talking literally the backup to the backup. that really shouldn't be that much of a conversation if he does indeed take the wage cut. If he leaves, cool. If he stays, also cool. You're literally the backup to the backup. But you have to be on board with that in regards to the manager side of things, whoever the manager is, whether it's Carrick or someone else.
Yeah.
You know what made me realize there, Double A, is that if we do keep him, he'll probably end up being like a Tom Eaton for us. Do you know what I mean? Where he's just constantly around, and then eventually he ends up being a coach like Evans or Darren Fletcher, and then we're stuck with him for the next 10 years. Do you know what I mean? And we're going to be seeing Slabhead for 10 years. So yeah, no, if we are getting rid of him, get rid of him now, soon as, because I'm not sure I can deal with this nepotism at the football club for much longer. To be honest, especially in the likes of like players who haven't really got the qualifications to be doing the jobs they're doing.
Yeah, but one of my favorite players, probably my favorite player of post Fergie, Juan Mata, right? And I won't mention it. I always do. We ruined him, right? The best 10 in the league, turned him into a right winger for some weird reason. But even when he was getting offered a 1-year extension, and the reason why, we knew he was finished. We knew he couldn't do what we needed him to do. But he's great around the dressing room. I don't need cheerleaders. It's not NFL. Do you know what I mean? I don't need these cheerleaders. What we need to be doing is letting these players go and bringing people in that either push the first teamers back to the bench or are fighting with them all the way. And I understand what Forrest is saying. You do need them options off the bench. But the issue with Maguire is he's not. I don't think he's going to accept that. I just don't think it with his mentality.
I think he would. Good. You know.
No,
I think he would.
I think he wants to be here regardless. I think he'd rather be a bench player at United than a starter at Palace, for example.
I don't think he would. I think the problem is he might say, but I think he's always going to be expecting to play. And I think, the last thing I want us to be doing is throwing on Maguire to get a goal. What the hell is that? Do you know what I mean? Like, as much as it's an option,
that's on the manager though. Like the manager needs.
Well, of course.
If we have a serious manager, that's not happening. If you have a genuine manager, like you look at the attacking options we've got, you got a genuine, serious manager, and that's not the case. And let's say he does think and he is unhappy about stuff, even though he shouldn't, because that's a conversation. Again, it ties back to the board and ties back to whoever the manager is. Make that clear. You are not a starter here. So you can't come to me complaining about getting starting minutes. I've told you already with this contract, slash your wages and you start. Make that make sense. Your wages are getting slashed, but you're expecting to start. But let's say it does happen, then you just move him on. It's Maguire is really not that big of a deal. I just don't think he don't seem like the type to complain about that. Of course, he wants to start, but I'm saying I don't think it would be the difference in him here staying or going. And I think United with Heaven and Euro and De Ligt and Martinez, I think you have to be delusional as Maguire to think that you're going to start week in, week out.
No, and that's why he's happy. He's here. Like the fans love him.
He's delulu.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those where, he could go
I say all this though.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I say all this. Last point I'll make on this. I'll say all this about Maguire. I expect him to stay because, his replacement, if we're lucky, is between 40 to 60 million. If we're looking for someone to either come straight into the first team, push the first team, but I just think that money's probably better utilised. The midfield needs strengthening. The fullbacks need strengthening. Left wing needs strengthening. Now, if 2 fullbacks, hopefully 3 midfielders, and a left winger, would I take all them if it meant Maguire staying? I'd probably say yes, to be honest with you, because they're more important. And if Maguire can accept being bit part, 5th choice, then I have no issue. And, again, going back to that Inside Carrington interview with him and Heaven, brother, they love him, and I'm not even mad at it now. Like he is what he is. He's here, and as long as you're a positive influence on the team, which I think he is, and he has been, then that's calm. But if it's my decision, it's pat on the back. Thanks for your service. Here's your gold watch. See you in the next life, innit? Do you know what I mean?
There was a super chat here. Bob D-Boss says, "Boys, hope all is well." And Saeed, hope Ramadan's going good. Tomorrow's a massively win, and we are 3 points ahead of people behind and 3 behind Villa. Are you man? Because at the end of the day, 3rd is still possible, man. Obviously we have to win tomorrow, but I think we got to push for 3rd. I think 2nd is a bit of a far fetch, knowing that Arsenal, Man City are aiming for the title, but third, I think, is well within reach, man. I'm looking at Villa's fixtures. You know, I know every game's not going to be easy for us, but at the same time, you know, I think third is very, very within reach, man. You get me? Like, obviously, one game at a time, but yeah, man, it's exciting that we can end the season in a very good position. You get me? Knowing that where we've been last season and where we could have been. I always think of like where we could have been if we'd have sacked Amrin early, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Don't do the what if, because it pisses me off, yo.
Man.
When I start doing the what ifs, yo, it really, really, really irritates me. When I think
but on the negative side, though, imagine if he was still here. Do you know what I mean? So
I know,
the negative side. Imagine he was still here, but I don't think we'd be fighting for third if he was still here, mate. We'd be struggling.
Absolutely fucking up. But that's the problem in itself, that he was even here. Start the season. Never mind till January.
But the good thing is he's not here. And we're talking
that's the ecstatic thing, but I'm going to continue dunking him for the rest of, like, he had me in a dark, miserable place not wanting to watch us. It was horrible. Never mind. Like, it was real. Like, I would never, people like, oh, why do you continue to dunk on him? Why do you continue to say hammer him out? Did you see it?
Saeed stopped going to Old Trafford for a couple of games, do you know what I mean? That's how bad that was.
It's crazy.
Yo, was that man? He put a car park on the map. That was his error, right? It was by him. That's where the car park came from, right?
Ten Hag. It was 10 Hag.
Oh, was it 10 Hag? Okay, but then Amrin said, hold my bearing, just carried it on.
That's the originator.
It became the Amrin car park.
Yeah, exactly. So 10 Hag made it a hot line and Amrin made it a hot song. That's what it was. Yeah, like what we're talking about it. That's what it was. He expanded on it.
He made it a platinum album, bro.
Yeah, he made it a platinum.
Never a hot song. Never mind a hot song.
Yeah, facts. It did go platinum. But yes, Saeed, should we be aiming for, just again, aiming for, it's right there. Yes, of course. I look at it more so, obviously, third, fourth, it don't make that much of a difference. But if we continue to perform well and get results, it's there. Villa we all still have to play each other. I think us and the three who we're in competition with all play each other, because we play all three, right? Because we play Villa at home, we play Liverpool at home, we play Chelsea. And I think Liverpool also play Chelsea. I think Chelsea play Villa, and Liverpool might play Villa as well. I have to double check that, but I know we're all in the mix. So yeah, definitely, like, it's there, but we have to go and capitalize again when teams around you drop points in these instances. Have to. Well, we'd be 3 points clear of Chelsea, 3 points clear of Liverpool, and 2 off Villa. So that puts us in a great situation.
And you know what? Sorry, Flawless. If we win tomorrow, that puts us 8 points above 7th. Do you know what I mean? 8 points away from 7th, and that's a big gap there. Do you know what I mean? So
8 points, above 7th. Yeah,
I didn't even know that. Well. Yeah, that is, because that's what we need to start doing. You need to start creating cushions between us and other teams where if you do drop points, it's not all right, it's bad, but it's not as detrimental. Once you're 4 or 5 points clear, you lose, they win, you still have a cushion there, rather than being level, rather than being 1 or 2 points off above somebody.
Because we were praying for 7th not long ago. Do you know what I mean? We were praying for any kind of Europe.
Top half. Top half.
Top half with a positive goal difference.
Bro,
it's 8 points. It's 8.
Yeah, so I said 8 points. If we win tomorrow, it's 8 points.
8 points.
Because Brentford messed it up, man. I knew they're gonna lose as well, man. These teams here, when they get to like they can't maintain it, man. To maintain like wins, like for these teams here, man, it's difficult, man. These are just dropping.
I think they just level out. I think you just see their quality overall. That's what it is. Is that goal difference plus 10 for real?
Yeah, plus 10, man.
I tweeted this yesterday. Like I looked at it, I was like, wow, I'm dizzy. I did that gif, like kid, like that. Oh shit! I can't. I've never seen
McCollum. I was like plus 10. I was like, is that
plus
us?
10, bro?
Ten Hag and Amrin couldn't dream of it. I mean,
yeah, I know. I think Ten Hag's first season we got plus 53.
Was it plus 53?
No.
I could be wrong.
We got 53 goals. That's what you're thinking. We got 53 goals. That was it.
Yeah, it was like 8. It was like 8.
Yeah, we'd never hit 70. We haven't got close to 70 in the last like 3 seasons. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I think it's 8.
22, check that one.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Plus 15. Yeah.
15,
might have been 53 goals or 58 goals scored. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's more than good. This, man, I'm enjoying it, man. Like I said, it's one of them ones where you need to get above Chelsea. They play Arsenal next week as well. So this will be a mad incentive to go. We could potentially go 6 points clear of them in the next 2 weeks. If we beat Villa,
Liverpool got West Ham as well. Yeah, man.
Who we got the week after?
Crystal Palace at home, and they were poor today, man. They got away
Oh,
with it today.
yeah, Palace at home. I fancy that. If we do get beat West Ham, we could maybe go on a little run or carry on.
David.
Yeah. Villa have got to go to Wolves as well, and Wolves are fighting for their lives. Do you know what I mean? You know, they're doing anything they can at this moment.
And that's a derby as well. They don't like each other.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? So it's a big incentive there, man. So I feel like, and then obviously after that they got Chelsea the week after that. So Chelsea have got Arsenal and Villa back to back. You get me? So someone's gonna drop points, isn't it? United have to make sure they take advantage.
Hey? We gotta take advantage. Yeah, we gotta take advantage. I didn't realize Chelsea had both Villa and Arsenal back to back. Like,
we gotta do our job, man. It's got to
do our job. What's the Roy Keane? Do your job. Is it?
Yeah, that's it, bro. Literally, do your job, bro. So after, I think that there is a bit of a mad one, though. What you're saying there, 8 points clear of 7th. So United at least will be guaranteed, hopefully, to finish at least in the top. Obviously, we're trying to aim to go higher, but the minimum you could be is in the Europa League spots. None of this Conference League and all of that bullshit. You get me?
Obviously, because all the English teams are doing well in Champions League. Can 5th place still go Champions League?
Yeah, I think it is going to be 5th place. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but it's looking more and more. If it's not been confirmed, it's looking highly likely. So 5th place will probably be champions.
Yeah, but again, not aiming for that at all. Just wondering if it's that safety net. But for me, like again, you got to keep your feet on the ground. It's game by game. But 3rd is massively achievable. Like King of Ferrets is going on about title charge, and can we catch City? Forget it, bro. Don't even. No.
Man saying title charge, yeah.
Yo, brother, like Andy, is that Andy's burner there? I don't even know that's Andy's burner. But yeah, 3rd is there, especially 3 points behind Villa. If we win tomorrow, Villa have got to come to OT. They're not looking good, looking shaky. So again, just keep plugging away, keep going. But 3rd is achievable, and I think that's where we need to be looking. We every season we say top 4 because that's what the standards we set for ourselves as Manchester United, regardless of who's there. My only worry is this season is so you just don't know. Like Arsenal against Wolves, we battered Wolves under Amorim, and Arsenal go there and struggle. Do you know? I know it's a new manager, different and stuff like that, but everyone's beating everyone. Everyone's dropping. Dropping points against everyone. It's just that type of league season this year, and your hope is one team can have a little bit of consistency, a little bit of a run, and can keep plugging away those wins. And it goes back to what we said at the start, or you said at the start of the show, Saeed, do it ugly, do it dirty. Do it ugly. You know what I mean? I do not care. Doesn't have to be Cinderella. It can be the ugly sisters, mate. As long as we get over the line, get the 3 points. I'm good with it.
I think,
do you know what I mean?
I think that's the key.
You're quoting Cinderella, yo. It's such a double A thing, yo. It's the guy quoting Cinderella,
Yeah.
You have to be Cinderella.
Can't you tell I've got a 3-year-old girl? Like.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell by the references. Yeah, that's a Cinderella, a random ass reference.
But it's true, man. You just got to serious. You got to make sure you just win. I think 3rd will be a very, very good season for Man United, considering what's happened this season, man. Got rid of a manager, without the FA Cup, without the Carabao Cup. Be a good ending to the season, man. You can look back at it and think, 3rd, not bad at all, man. Considering the circumstances, considering what we've been through this season.
Yeah, it's a what if thing, man. Like that's where I'm at. Like if we finish 3rd, as much I'd be pleased because I've mentioned it about Champions League, and it's not forget the banter side of things. It's more so. It can help attract players. It can help attract whoever the manager is. It also gives you more money. It's a what if situation. Let's say we are 12 points off the top of the table or 15 points off the top of the table. It is going to be, what if when you look back at some of the stupid points we've dropped and how long we kept him, if we would have just done what we were supposed to in the summer and get another manager in where we could have been. Because people want to talk about experience in regards to players, not necessarily winning, but being in a title race, even if it isn't till the end of the season, could be valuable experience for these players going forward. That could help them a following season or 2-3 seasons. Because we've seen it with Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal packed up Spurs today. We've seen Arsenal flap it at Wolves.
I know.
We watched it. We watched the pressure get to them. When you start making uncharacteristic mistakes, happened at Brentford, I don't think to the same extent, because Brentford is a tough place to go, but we've seen it. So Like that's where I would look at it. It's like, oh, what if, let's say we would have sacked him. Maybe we're still in the FA Cup. Maybe we do something in the Carabao Cup, etc. And maybe that trophy, then again, that experience could help players along the line. So you can't waste opportunities at potentially winning trophies. And that's why I would feel we've done. But if we do finish third, yes, because of how bad it's been, it would be a plus. But don't then make the same mistake again and go again in the summer heavy in the recruitment, pat the manager, and then we go again with the trophy. We go again in the competitions as well as the Prem.
I obviously, like I keep saying, like I'm just enjoying this ride with Carrick, and seeing where we go with it and where it takes us. But if my mind wanders to next season, I am so worried about who we get as manager. Like I don't even know who. Because I look at
Tuchel or a Pochettino.
Like Tuchel. Well, I think Pochettino's going back to Spurs. From what he's saying,
I hope so.
I think he's going back to Spurs.
We can't do it.
Tuchel comes to us having failed at England, and I don't want that because that's for me. It's just a Bratwurst. Southgate, do you know what I'm saying? Like you fail with England, come to United, and that's the
style of football. Like his style of football, he's mostly played a five.
If you win the World Cup double A, are you with it?
Again, you've won it with England, which tells me it was a shit World Cup, if anything. Do you know what I mean? Like,
is it like Arsenal winning the Premier League?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like Leicester winning the league. Like, oh, it was shit. That's how bad it was. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I don't want to. If it's not Enrique or Ancelotti, if it's not Enrique or Ancelotti or a statement manager, and Carrick does well, stick with Carrick. Carrick does well, stick with him.
I'm not saying I'm Carricking. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not saying Carrick at the wheel.
I ain't saying all that. I just said if he does well because of the lack of options.
If he gets third, he has to be the leading candidate. I'm sorry, because 100%. From where we were to where we could end up if we get third, you have to give him backing. Like and just I don't know. I'm torn, man. I'm like.
No, you back him. He has 6 months of shit, and then you sack him. Do you know what I mean? That's you just do what the top clubs do. You do what the top clubs do. That's it.
My wife's here with my 2 kids, and then Sydney Sweeney's here. I'm like, what do I do, man? Like, I want you both. I want everything.
You take the one that. Yeah, go on.
Wait, who's Sydney Sweeney? I'm confused.
Wait. You don't know. You don't know.
No, no, Sydney Sweeney.
I don't know what I was going to say there. I forgot.
What was you about to say? You go with your wife and
you saved me. You saved me.
That's you're welcome. You go with your wife and your 2 kids. That's what you do.
I don't know. Have you seen The Housemaid?
Of course. I've seen pictures. I've not watched the film. Sydney Sweeney, she on the
sick film.
She on the Milk Mount Rushmore, man.
No.
100%.
You need to go watch The Housemaid, Maggie. You need to.
Nah, the other one is it Searchers. You need to go watch the other one. You've seen that one. Go watch that one.
Because I've seen it. I've seen like advertisements of it. I was like, I need to watch this film.
It's bad.
But anyway, who's Sydney Sweeney? Who's the managerial Sydney Sweeney? That's what I'm confused. Is that Enrique?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Who's the Sydney? Yeah, I was going to say.
I would say that's Enrique. Oh, it's Enrique.
Yeah, he's the one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you know,
but here's where it's a bad analogy.
Carrick's my wife. He's giving me 2 kids, and Bumo and Ahmad, or Bumo and Cunha, whatever you want to take it. Yeah, my little kids, and I'm like, yo, you know, everything's comfy here. Everything's nice and warm. I come home, I'm getting fed. I'm getting my feet massaged after work. But then, you know, Enrique's there with his Sydney Sweeney knocks, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do. Like, she's enticing.
What is wrong?
Don't take me out.
What has been this stream?
What is wrong with you,
man?
What
is the show?
I'm back. That's what I am.
Timberlake missed last week, and he's making up for missing last. Here the thing is, the problem is, this is business. This ain't a relationship thing. This is business. Like, and where we see it, where there isn't. You have to be cutthroat to be at the top level. So as well as Carrick, let's say Carrick does finish third and we do play well and it's exceptional. If Enrique is available, you go and get him. He's the best. You could argue he's the best manager in the league. Why can you pass that? If he joins, if he's not one, all right, let's say he's behind.
No Premier League experience, though.
That's true.
We've been saying this for players for a long time, and we've done it with managers. The only thing I'm saying, Flaws, I know it is different, manager. I agree with you that, but there is just that little bit. The thing with me with Carrick is I feel like he could be our Enrique. Do you know what I mean? You know, Enrique struggled over at Roma. He weren't, tearing up any. He wasn't doing fantastic over there. Do you know what I mean? And then you look at how he did it at Barca, incredible, obviously. Do you know what I mean? And then incredible at PSG. But you look at midfielders and you look at Michael Carrick. He's always been a very cerebral, calm player. I feel like
Ash, if we go and do what we're supposed to do, and let's say we do finish third, we improve the squad. Do you think Enrique is good enough to get us into a title race and go and compete?
Yeah, I do. You sold me there on that. That's the problem.
That's where I'm at with it.
I think next season we should aim for a title race, not top four.
To me, it has to be obviously the recruitment. It has to be him though, or somebody of his don't bring me someone who's has to be a statement of intent where you go, right, United just hired Enrique, means you mean business. Don't go get Tuchel, don't go and get Nagelsmann, don't go and get Southgate or any of these guys. If it's any of them, because I don't think the pool is very,
and that means you're just settling for Carrick. That means you're just settling for Carrick. That means then inadvertently you're basically saying that.
I think you have to some at times, man. Is what it is.
Yeah, is Enrique going to be available? That's the thing.
To use Double A's analogy, it's like, all right, cool, you out at the club, and you link up with one girl, you chat to her, she's decent, there ain't nothing better. You like, all right, cool, I'm gonna just stick with her for the night.
I didn't say that, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm just using your analogy. You know what I'm saying?
Also, can I say, Ash, raise your standards a bit, because if Carrick would be our Pep, mate, not our Enrique, he's going to be our Pep if he stays.
Look at these guys. This guy's on the show, but he's talking about.
I'm just saying.
Did Enrique win a treble as well?
Hey,
did Enrique win a treble with Barca as well?
Yeah, but Pep's the best ever. Currently, not Fergie, not over Fergie.
Dangerous
right now.
I'm just saying since Fergie's the best manager in the world. And he'd obviously Man United, he's come through the ranks, whatever. But if it's not, I don't know, man. I think Enrique,
I don't think it's a settling thing, because he would have got the job on merit.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't give him the job if he doesn't do well. If he doesn't do well, don't give him the job. I'm saying if he does well, and there is nobody better, you then give him the said job.
Yeah.
I was looking. We were 42 points behind Liverpool last year. 42 points from first. Do you know what I mean? That's madness. The fact that we're close. What are we now? Like something like 15 points. If we get anywhere close to that, do you know what I mean? The deficit that's been made up. And then to do the similar season afterwards. If Carrick can get anywhere close to, like you say there, Saeed, with a title race, then I trust in him, and I like the idea of having him as a manager, because he has got his coolness, his calmness. But also, I like the idea of another one of these midfield maestro managers that have come through. You look at Ancelotti, you look at Diego Simeone, you look at Zidane, you look at Pep Guardiola, you look at Luis Enrique, all like top managers over this past like 20 years have generally come from the midfield. Do you know what I mean? They've generally understood the engine room. They've understood it. They've got it. And Carrick is that. He is those players. I mean, Zidane. He was.
But you know what it is though. But sorry to cut you off there. I think
no.
You know what it is with Carrick though. The only one thing I'd say is that I don't think I'm ever gonna have like huge expectations for Carrick in terms of what I demand long term. I think it's going to be one of them ones where he'll surprise me. I don't think, like, how normally I have these crash outs on managers. Like, I don't think I'm going to have to.
Yeah, we know, Saeed. That's what I was we know.
I think it'll be low hanging fruit.
I've never seen him crash out. Never, man. You right?
No, because you know what it is though. I feel like it's low hanging fruit in a sense of like, I can't get mad at someone that I don't think is gonna be this crazy manager. I think he's gonna do more things that are right, but I'm not gonna be like, yo, like, wow, we have the best manager ever.
Well, Saeed, let me ask you.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get what you're saying, but if he does well this season, and then gets the permanent job, don't you think that would raise your expectations of him?
Not really. I can't lie to you. Would I want to be in a title race next year? Yes, but I can't be like,
okay. So if let's say Carrick does well to the end of the season, we finish third, fourth, whichever.
Yeah.
Actually, go and get players you like and go and recruit well in the midfield.
Yeah.
Or back, whatever the case may be. Would you expect Carrick to get us into a title race?
That's a big question, man.
What about top three in a trophy?
It has to be like you have to see what they back him with, though, innit? Like
no, so that's why I said back him properly. So if they back him with quality, forget names, but just quality of players you like. So if you think we need two midfielders of quality, if you think it's a left winger, right back, left back, whatever the case may be, I'm saying.
But the thing is, my only worry is we're already chasing the teams ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
Who will go and improve? If City don't win the league, they're gonna go mental, aren't they? They're gonna go mental to get the league back. Yeah. So what I want United to go and do is outdo what they do, not be on par with it, because we're already chasing. So if we don't better what they do in the market, but it has to. Listen, and again, Nash, it calls into question the people we have running the football club. But not to go down that route, because I'm being positive in that. But we have to outdo. If you look at what Liverpool did, they went mental. It's not worked. I get that, but they went mental. United need a summer of 400, 500 million.
Don't you think we did well in the summer?
Do they trust to give him that?
I think we've done well, but again, in a season where everyone's beating everyone, and yes, it goes back to your point about the manager shouldn't have been here, but. We should be a lot closer to that top two. I'm sorry.
I think we would be if the manager, but that tie into the board. So I get why it links.
But it all links in. It all links in. Do you know what I mean? But it's a couple of things. First off, Saeed, because I need to call you out something there, because you're saying I wouldn't ever call out Carrick. Start of the season, you'll never hear me say manager out again. I'm just saying that there.
But the thing is, though,
you double down on never saying manager out.
But what it is with Carrick, though, I'm like, he's the kind of fairy tale story. Whereas if United was serious and Ineos was serious, they would go and get Enrique. You feel me? They would.
I agree with that.
But I do believe, though, if he does get third and he gets a job, he kind of does deserve to get the job, though. You know what I mean? It's not as if I can come out and say Iriola's the guy, Glasner's the guy. All of these guys are the guys, because really and truly, you haven't shown it. You haven't shown it.
Yeah. And that's my point. I was going to raise a point of right now, outside of the managers we couldn't get, and I'll say his name, but you'll probably laugh. Obviously, Pep, Arteta, or whoever. I wouldn't have anyone else in the Premier League over Carrick. And
so glad Glasner shit the bed, by the way.
Glad Glasner, Marco Silva, Eddie Howe. I wouldn't have any of these. I wouldn't have any of them.
But I get that. But that's also testament to Carrick, because if Carrick had joined and performed poorly, we wouldn't be talking about him like this. I ain't saying Carrick is definitely the guy. Carrick, I expected to do well. As you've seen what he had done prior. You seen what he's done at Middlesbrough. You see how he managed. It's like, all right, cool. You're going to, and I expected him to do better with the set of players, of course, than Amrin did. But he's even exceeded my expectations in regards to it, because it's not just been all man management. I've watched him actually tactically do things. I watch him make clever substitutions. Of course, that's not all in him. You have the right backroom staff, but that's also credit to you for having the right backroom staff as well. So it's on merit. We're not just saying it's a fairy tale story. Like, Carrick's performing well. If you do go and get third or fourth, and we continue to play like this, and we all say the squad is thin in certain areas and needs improvement, on merit, you deserve your opportunity. Because if he performed poorly and then we hired him, we'd crash on the board and say, why are you giving him the job? He's been awful.
I will say, he's got the man management thing is absolutely massive. The way I've seen, pictures of him hugging the players coming off, like really
Casemiro, seeing the way Casemiro respects him.
Casemiro jumping on his back.
I put it out there. He's probably got the best man management since Fergie at United. Because I don't think Van Gaal had it. I don't think Mourinho had it. Ole was very toxic with it. He just wanted everyone to be his mate and was very toxic. And Ten Hag, he was Ten Hag, obviously the schoolmaster, and Amorim, I think, if you weren't Portuguese, he didn't care for you, did it? Do you know what I mean? So, but again, I'm not comparing Carrick to Pep in any way, but you need to remember, Pep came from their B team. I don't think people expected him to be exactly what he is. And again, I'm not saying Carrick's going to meet them levels, but who knows? Like third, backs properly. The club actually want to compete and want to actually go for a league rather than a top 4 team. Arsenal of the 2000s or whatever after 2004. You never know. And again, The one thing I'm happy about is that I'm enjoying the ride with Carrick. Who knows where it goes, but I'm massively enjoying where we are and not knowing, but being also confident when Manchester United take to the pitch. And we've not had that for a very long time, I don't think.
You know, saying enjoying the ride there, Double A. It's not like Ollie either. Ollie, if deep down we knew it wasn't sustainable. Like the way
his crowds for one. Yeah, so you know what I mean? It's crowds. So.
Do you know what I mean? But the way we played under Ollie, it wasn't sustainable. You look at the way we played under Carrick, you know, you look at the teams, the way we play, you know, it's completely different. I trust in his process. I trust in his coaches. I mean, the appointment of Steve Holland, that wasn't an Ineos appointment. That was him. He had a think about that. He had a chat with his brother and he went and appointed him himself. Do you know what I mean? And that to me is impressive as a coach. Him going there and going, listen, who's the best in the business, you know, around who I could speak to that I know. And he went and headhunted him almost. Do you know what I mean? So just little moves like that I can appreciate and respect. The worry is we don't know what he's going to be like in the transfer window. Like we don't know what kind of players he's going to want. You know who he's going to buy, and that's going to be interesting to see. Whereas you know that with Luis Enrique, you know what you get in there. You know, and that's a little bit worrying. And also when we do go through a bit of a spell where we lose a game or two, what happens then? We don't know how he reacts and you know what he does. You know, there's still a lot of like what ifs and like we just things that we just don't understand with him yet. So we still a lot to see. And listen, if he gets us top 3 by the end of the season, then he's done more than enough to deserve the job. And that, I think I don't understand why we'd be looking anywhere else.
Yeah, just looking at quickly the Everton team for tomorrow, possible lineups. They'll probably go with Pickford in goal, Patterson, Tarkowski, Branthwaite, Mikalenko, Garner. Got to watch out for him, man. I think he's doing very well this season for Everton. Garner, Gay, Iliman Jai, Drewsbury Hall, who played well against us. Tyreek George probably will play on the left, and then Tiano Barry up front. So yeah, that'll be probably their team going into the game. And then this probably be United team. Obviously, we said that Cunha will probably start, and then obviously on the left it will probably be, on the right it'll be Mbeumo, on the left it'll be Cunha. But you never know; it could be the same team.
I won't be mad at that though. I won't be mad at that. Push that. Get Mbeumo and Ahmad pushing their fullbacks right back, and you know, getting them crosses into Sesko would be brilliant. To be fair, yeah. There's some insights. Everton beat Man United 1-0 in the reverse fixture. They sit 9th but rank 14th in the XG table, overperforming expected by points by 6.4. Scored 29 goals in 26 matches in the Premier League this season. Matt Carrick has won 4 of his last 5 Premier League games. Bruno Fernandes leads the Premier League with 18 big chances created. Unbeaten in the last 5 matches, scoring 11 goals in that run. Benjamin Sesko's averaging 1.9 shots on target per match, the highest at the club. Wow.
That's off the bench as well. That's not like full night.
Yeah. Like I said, man, it's about getting a job done, lads, man. That's all we can do. You know what I mean? All this talk, all of this, you know what I mean? It's just got to get the job done. You know what I mean? This time tomorrow, it'll be around the 85th minute of the game. Man United are hopefully 3-1 up, because that's what I'm going for.
I was just thinking 3-1 as well, you know.
3-1. 3-1 up. Job done, feet up, relax. Because then obviously we got to dwell on that result till Sunday, until the Palace game. And then we play against Newcastle. So, you know, 3 big games coming up, man. Before, I think, international break. Is that it? I think 3 games and then international break, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, there is international break coming up, isn't it?
International break.
United's next 3. What's United's next 3? It's Everton, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Villa. Oh, Villa and Bournemouth. All right, we've got 5 games left to international break. Shit, man. You wouldn't know,
man. We got more football to enjoy, man. I genuinely enjoyed watching this.
Yo, lads, we got football, man. Yo,
there we go, man. I'll pick up 5 games.
You sounded upset then at first. Wow, 5 games.
I'm thinking, yo, like, what the hell? Like, I was thinking, is that am I bugging? Is this what it is? But no, we got 5 games, man. Everton, and again, I'm not going to do this thing yet because we did. You know what? I'm going to give it the flawless, you know.
One game.
Why not? I said the flawless. Yo, West Ham's an easy game, man. He was like, nah, are you crazy?
I never forget that, yo.
That win, yeah, I swear down, yeah. I think I said
games in the Amorim, yo.
I think I said
Everton as well.
Yeah, it was Everton. Yeah,
because Wolves and Bournemouth.
No, I think we beat Wolves. We beat Wolves, to be fair. Did we beat Wolves?
Nah, we drew that
one. Yeah, we beat Wolves.
Was that on the draw?
Man.
Hey.
He was 6
I can't remember if it was home or away. It was, yeah. I remember that when we was talking
over the
Everton,
Christmas period. Yeah.
West Ham, and then there was a couple others because we had just went through a tougher period of time, yeah. And I was like, yo, see what I'm saying? Amorim had me in so much. Oh Lord, yo.
The thing is, though,
I remember sack him again, man. Fucking hell.
You wasn't confident in saying that. Just tells you everything you need to know. Because most of the fixtures are at home. Remember, you got to remember. You know, the only game we won at them was the Newcastle game. That was it, really, in that period. Yeah. So,
and even then, he
did his best to sabotage.
He did his best to sabotage because we played a back four
but
in the first half and actually played half decent, and then he switched it to a back three.
Bastard. They played decent for the first 5 minutes of the second half, and he shit himself, and then went back to the back five.
Yeah.
That's when I knew. I was like, I need to get this guy out of this club because he just doesn't get it.
But it is. I can't lie to you. All of them games have their own difficulties. I can't lie to you. So I wouldn't underestimate any team in that period. Having said that, you should expect Man United to pick up some good points out of that and go on a little bit of a run. But yeah, it is what it is. Like I said to you, they're the next five, and then I think we've got. I think is it 10 left or is it 12 left or 11? I think there's 11, isn't it?
I'll tell you now. 1 second.
Yeah, 7 left after them 5.
Sorry.
Well, after the 5, I thought you meant in total.
5.
In total, it's 10. Yeah. Well, actually, now because we played 27. No, because Arsenal have played a game more, so it's 27. Everyone else will be on 27. Arsenal, of course, are on 28 because they played a game more for Carabao Cup. No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Super chat came in from Isranal, says, glad to see Saeed humble enough to accept he was wrong on Bruno judgment. Just want to say here, apology for backing Sancho till his career ended. Listen, I'm not humble enough to accept I was wrong on Bruno Fernandes. I won't personally for me, because I've seen when Bruno Fernandes has been bad and I've seen Bruno Fernandes being good. You know what I mean? I just think sometimes people don't admit when Bruno Fernandes has been bad for Man United. You know what I mean? Especially the Europa League final. It's been games. Do I give credit where it's due? Yeah. But all in all, I wouldn't say you're vindicated about Bruno, because it is what it is. Like, I still think when you look at Bruno Fernandes' career, it's been up and down. Has he had more ups and downs? Maybe, yeah, but he's also been part of and been a captain of Man United's poor run of results. So, yeah, man, everyone's got their opinion on Bruno Fernandes, but one thing I do notice is that people, they don't really give their true opinion when it's going wrong for Bruno Fernandes. They kind of just say, oh, well, he'll get back.
Everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. So
because he was terrible against West Ham, you don't hear nothing about it. He wasn't the only one. The entire attack was terrible, but he was awful too.
Yeah,
but man. When he plays well beforehand, it's one of the best midfielders ever. Apologies for attack.
Yeah. But this version of Bruno Fernandes, I do like. I think he's playing better. I think I think his discipline has been good. He's not giving the ball away as much. You feel me? I do like this version of Bruno Fernandes, and may it continue. Long may it continue. Because if he does well, Man United do well. So, yeah.
And that's it. And we always say on here, we like to be proven wrong. Like,
yeah.
If Bruno's proving Saeed wrong, then that's a good thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, long may it continue.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. What did you go for AA, result-wise? Because I know Ash went with 3-1 as well.
I'm with Flawless, man. I want to see clean sheet away from home. So I go for a 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Same as you, Flawless. Yeah, 2-0.
I'm with AA on that one. Yeah. 2-0. We need a clean sheet, man. Yeah. This no clean sheets away from home all season long is ridiculous. Go get a clean sheet. Mention Everton, they'll score a lot of goals. Go do it.
It screams of Everton scoring first, though, doesn't it? And everything. Everyone's all shaking, wobbly, and everything.
No.
And then we go and win.
No, we're gonna be at them from minute 1 on the next. Do you know what I'm saying? Looking for that happy ending. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the speed on Saeed's reactions there? Do you know what I mean? Just getting
come on, bro. Man had to.
He was ready for it. Yeah.
Man was there ready. You get me?
You might have to be in our midfield, man. The way you can just spot danger quick. You know what I'm saying? You'd be great in transition.
Bro, you know danger quick,
snuff that out, rapid.
Yeah, man. Bro, there was a guy
with AA and talking about these. Yeah.
So go on, all I'm hearing is that Saeed.
Yeah.
Senses the danger.
Randy, you just let it run, Joe. Hey, Double A, right? What was you gonna say, man? I want to hear in the private chat. What was you? I know he was gonna say some wild shit. Yo.
Quick off the draw is what I'm hearing. Do you know what I mean? And hey, that's up to him. But I reckon for me, his hands on the trigger all the time, all stream. He knows.
Yeah, pointed at you.
Trigger. Yeah. Hand on the. Yeah, he knows. He's waiting. He's hovering.
Yeah, man. Listen, we're outside, man. We're outside. But people, we're gonna wrap up here. Please do hit the like button. I don't know where the likes are on right now, but if you are here, please hit the like button. Man says Saeed Makalele. Oh, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here, man. But yeah, get these likes up. Let's get to at least 500 likes, guys. So if you are watching right now, hit the like button. I'll be back tomorrow, midday live, where we're going to destroy man like George. Tottenham are finished, probably getting relegated. It's it's finished for him, man.
Peak for them,
you get me? They're actually going down, guys, man. I think, you know what, man?
You're not going to get relegated?
Bro, if West Ham had won yesterday, it would have been even more kind of real. But they didn't win yesterday, man. That was a killer. But they got a point, and Tottenham didn't. So
have they got to play each other?
Hey,
have they got to play each other? Have they got to play each other? West Ham.
I mean,
must do. They must
check now. 1 second. Tottenham, West Ham,
surely. Surely they got it.
I was looking through their fixtures.
I think they play each other.
Let me have a look. They play Wolves. They play Wolves away. No, they don't play West Ham again. In regards to who's that, they play Nottingham Forest at home, 22nd, and then they play Wolves. That needs to be rearranged. But they got tough fixtures though. Still, I can't lie. Palace, Fulham, Liverpool, Sunderland, Brighton, Villa, Leeds. I'm saying that'll be late. Leeds, Chelsea always pack them up, and then they face Everton as well.
Chelsea could relegate them, imagine.
Yeah, Chelsea legit could relegate them. Yo, Chelsea got a shot. But Chelsea always pack them up.
Not sure in fight, man. I don't think they've got enough quality as well. And the manager as well, playing a back five as well. I'm not sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's a solution for them, man. But listen, they can hold that, man. You know what I mean? They can hold that. But yeah, man, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Ash, big up to you as always. Love for always coming on, man. Big up to you, bro.
No, thanks for having us as always, and chatting to the boys for us and Double A and the chat and that. Always a pleasure to be in, catching up, and nice to do a preview show as well. I don't feel like we've done one of them before. At least it's not been for a long time, So enjoyed that. You catch me, Ash Meppers, on YouTube, match vlogs and all that. The last couple of ones have done pretty well, so just you can go watch them if you want. And
very well.
No, appreciate it. I'll be back for the Crystal Palace game with the vlogs. Need to kind of fill in some content in the middle. I'm not too sure how I will go about that, but yeah. Pleasure as always.
Come on, bro. Always, man. It's always a pleasure, bro. You already know, man. Double A, big up to you as always, man.
Yeah, man. Always good to be on the best show on YouTube with the best panel. As I'm not saying that. That's what the comments say, even though it's true. But yeah, good to be back. Good to be getting sent off. Good to be getting sin bin every now and again. I won't be Unfiltered podcast without being the sin bin, would it? But I big up to you, Saeed, every single time. The best United content creator that there is in the game, and it's always nice that you open the channel up for us to come and chat. So yeah, big up to you every single time. Big up to my twin Ash, and obviously my hype man in Flawless. Big up the best chat on YouTube. And yeah, like I said before at the start of the show, it's nice for us to actually preview a game. Not something we often get to do. So yeah, big up to each and every one of you, man. And I hope we just win tomorrow. I said 2-0, yeah. I don't give. Like I said, if it's 4-3, if it's 8-7, I don't care. I just want Manchester United to win. And yeah, man, get top 3. That'd be nice.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Big up to you, bro. Always love. Love to Sarcasm City TV. Big up to you, Flawless.
Every time, man. Bless. First of all, have we got some more Monday games coming up the rest of the season?
No.
Right? Is this the last one?
I think for now, we play Friday night one time.
Okay, Friday night. Okay, now because we're both talking about previews. That's all. Just asking our interest. That's all. But yeah, bless Saeed, blessing for having me on every single time. Bro. Appreciate you putting me on the platform. Shout out to Double A, big up Ash. Shouts to the chat as well. Yeah, man, make sure you subscribe, people. Sarcasm City TV on YouTube, Sarcasm City TV Extra on YouTube. Just subscribe to both. You can see all the content that's going on.
Yeah, big up to you, man. We're gonna redirect to Flawless right now. You got the Arsenal show, right?
Yeah, it's with the Arsenal, so they're gonna be gassed. So yeah, fucking great.
Yeah,
they're gonna be a fucking cloud 10 talking the most smack.
Yeah, man.
Spurs, you had one job, man. You just don't lose.
No. I'm sick of this.
Go on.
Yeah, we need Arsenal winning it, don't we? Do you know what I mean?
You don't need Arsenal winning it. I just want Arsenal misery. That's what that was. I'd rather neither of them win it.
Yeah,
there are lesser of two evils, bro. Lesser of two evils. I can't have Man City winning the leagues, bro.
No. I don't want it. To me, to see that lesser of two, they're all ups. Like, it's not lesser of two evils to me. That's just
one thing I will say though, with Man City, I think it'll be done after a day. Once they have their parade, I think it'll be done. Whereas with Arsenal, it will be for the whole summer.
But he said the same about Liverpool, and no one gives a shit. Do you know what I mean? When they won the first after 30 years, never in the end of it, no one gives a shit anymore. It's the same. But I think that's just the way of the modern world, because everything moves on so quick. Everything's forgotten. When we win the league, I think it'll get forgotten.
I don't think we will. I think we gonna mention it every time. I think you're gonna be here and you're gonna have like the champions, like the picture in the background and all that. 100%.
For us, yeah. But I think outside of that, like for me, yeah, like Mancunian, City family members, it's a constant, you know, co-workers, whatever. Arsenal fans, I just close the apps. I never hear from them again. It's calm. Do you know what I mean?
Many of them in real life.
For me, I'm not. But it don't bother me. And I City, I just hate. You know, it's Liverpool, City, everyone else. Do you know what I mean? So I have to
despise them all, man. Yeah, I'd Leeds, I'd Arsenal into that roll up. Fuck them all. That's why I'm up with it. That's why I'm off. I never want Arsenal the same way I didn't want City to beat Newcastle. Or Arsenal to win today. I wish them nothing but misery.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. There you go, man. But people, I'll be back tomorrow. Big up everyone locked in. Big up Ash. Big up Flawless. Big up Double A. And yeah, man. Hopefully by this time next week we have won against Everton and Palace, and we're living life. We hope. Take care. Bye bye. Peace.